We have heard from several of you over the last 24 hours how inspired you were by a recent video where we talk about the story of one particular creator and subscriber to the Tom Kearin and Be Something Wonderful channels. Their story from going from unemployed, financial stress, stress in their marriage, to getting a role in a major movie or Hollywood production in a red carpet appearance. In other words, creating the dream of being famous and being a celebrity. This has always been their dream, and they made it a reality. And we shared that in a recent video on the Be Something Wonderful channel. The name of the video is "I Decided I Was Famous. The World Agreed." And that's on the thumbnail, "The World Agreed." And she commented on that video. She shared more details with you, and we're going to pin that comment to this video. And we unpacked a lot of it. So, insanely powerful story of this creator and subscriber who's always wanted to be famous, a celebrity, a star. Literally a rag to riches story. And she made it a reality. She went from a jobless NP or nurse practitioner and a PhD to a VIP celebrity appearance on a blockbuster film, a red carpet appearance in the red dress that she always imagined. Selected for a role in a Hollywood blockbuster film, meeting and rubbing elbows with the famous Hollywood director of this movie and the several A-list stars, A-listers that are in this movie. Wow. It's an absolute masterclass in literally embodying the film role analogy. We've talked about this idea that creating your desired reality is like a film role. Life or reality is like a film. It's like you're creating the movie of your life. We've talked about the teachings of Vadim Zeland in reality transurfing in his other book, Tuthi the Priestess, where we talk about the film role analogy. That you pick the film role from the film eternity archive of all possibilities. In other words, all possible identities and realities and experiences in this film role archive. And you choose the film that you're going to star in, the story of your life. And then the script unfolds from that film role. We really unpack that idea based on her story in that video. So visit that video. We break it down, how she did it. On Be Something Wonderful, I decided I was famous. But there's one area that we just touched on. And we're going to unpack it here in detail. We touched on it, but now we're going to unpack it. This is the key to her transformation, really, into a celebrity and star. From being unemployed, stressed with finances in her marriage, and her husband being a whistleblower, as we discuss in this video on Be Something Wonderful. But here's more to the secret of her success. Right? She literally, from being an extra in that movie within 3 weeks' time to appearing on the red carpet as a star. Absolute conviction and certainty that my I am story creates my entire world. That's what we're talking about here. This is what she had. Hear this. We're going to really get to this today. My I am story creates my entire world. Your I am story creates your entire world. That absolute conviction and certainty. It's beyond belief. You can doubt because belief isn't required. She had doubts, but it doesn't matter because belief's not required. Doubt is only the other side of belief. Those go together and neither one matter. This is what she determined. All of it. No matter what the conditions and script look like, she stood in this understanding, this knowing, that my I am story creates my entire world. Wow. She presented this idea that evidence doesn't equal proof. She was surrounded by a lot of evidence. Financial stress, jobless, her husband a whistleblower, things not looking good. But she decided, well, I'm the proof. The evidence doesn't mean anything. I don't need to believe it. I can doubt it. I choose the film role and identity of I am famous, I am a star. And that creates everything. That's my story. Even if my thoughts and feelings, emotions, circumstances, the people, events, and conditions around me seem to appear to be telling a different story. Hear this, she's not letting the story tell the story. The secondary conditions tell the story. I am is the only one that tells the story. Unless you allow those conditions to tell the story. Wow. In other words, those conditions, the thoughts and feelings and emotions, the circumstances of people, events, and things, they may be evidence, but they're not proof. Only you are. And she mentioned her favorite mantra is conditions are conditions, but I am. We've talked about this mantra on the Be Something Wonderful channel in early videos. One of you powerful creators coined that mantra and changed your life with it. And so we've shared that many times. But what is she really saying here? I am proof. I am source. I am reality. I am famous. I am a star. Conditions are conditions, but I am. The story is the story, but I get to tell what the story of my life. The so-called conditions and circumstances may provide a lot of evidence, secondary cause or secondary causation, but only I am the proof of who I am and what my reality is. Not allowing the story of secondary causes, secondary conditions tell her story. Wow, that's powerful. She realized, hear this, that doubt doesn't matter and belief isn't required. Those are all ideas that relate to circumstantial evidence. And that circumstantial evidence is not proof of anything. Only you are. I am. My conviction and certainty is the only proof of my reality. And it doesn't require any evidence apart from me. It doesn't require any belief other than my conviction. Do you see? You could let doubt be there. Belief is only on the level of circumstantial evidence. To believe it, you need to see it. But she doesn't need that. She knows it. Absolute masterclass that she wanted to share with you. She also commented on that video. Again, I pinned that comment here. The video I decided I was famous on the Be Something Wonderful channel. But here is her email, which we didn't share in detail. We shared parts of it on the Be Something Wonderful video, but I want to share it to you in detail. It's so powerful, and she gives you guidance. She gives you her thoughts on this. Hey, Tom, I'm writing to you with a success story. You know I've been saying I'm famous or wanted to be famous, celebrity millionaire. Well, I got selected for a small role on a huge blockbuster film that was here filming in the area locally. And after my first small role as an extra, I then got asked to come back to do another bigger role as a walk-in. But then it gets even better. The next week, they selected me again for a red carpet event pertaining to the movie. And it was a VIP guest role. Like, oh my God, I'm famous. And she has and she said, I got hair, I got makeup, wardrobe. They even picked my husband's BMW to also appear in the movie. I met the director. She names the director. I'm not going to name him here because she doesn't want to release that information. Who is a famous Hollywood director and big stars. And she mentions 3 particular big stars. They're big. They're A-listers. And she mentions the name of the film. That will be released in early February next year. They treated me like royalty. Yeah, because you are royalty. I am royalty. You're divine. I got paid. I met new friends. And I had the absolute time of my life. The movie is set to come out in February next year. But just this experience was magical in itself. It was also very familiar. Hear this. It was familiar to her because this is who she is. It was normal to her. It's familiar. You can still be excited about it, and it can still be familiar and normal. And she also says, I did this as a teenager in my early 20s when I got selected to audition for major films then. So in her 20s, in her so-called past, she got selected. But she says, I gave up on that dream then because I felt fear and doubt consume me. We talked about that and how that relates to those old scripts or those ideas of past scripts. That's in the other video. So she let fear and doubt consume her. But here we are again. Here we are again. And I do know I was born into this. She was born into this. I love this. Even if not an actress, she says, just the industry itself. It felt like a homecoming. Wow. Or it felt like home being back on set and just being able to do something I love. Renewed my mind, my whole mindset. It really is, here's where she talks about it, it really is as you teach. Just remember for yourself how you want to be. I literally was a nurse practitioner with a PhD one day, and now I'm on a set filming movies and walking with Hollywood A-listers, who, by the way, were the nicest, most down-to-earth people. I'm just in awe of how powerful we are. Wow, listen to her words. I literally just kept reminding myself I'm famous now. We talked about the metaphysical idea of reminding. That's in the other video. You can check that out. I'm already the star. And within 3 weeks' time, I went from an extra to a VIP scene in full red dress carpet glamour. Wow. It was so easy. It's been here the whole time. I just forgot, like we sometimes do. And I stuck to the story of my chosen identity, and it's here and now. And it's happening now. I am is really all you need in knowing conviction that you already are everything you want to be. Also, I recently completed my book about my husband being a whistleblower and my perception of my experience from that. And I may have a publisher. So she turns that so-called circumstance with her husband being a whistleblower that seemed to cause stress into a book that will probably be published. And no doubt she'll create a blockbuster there. She goes like, it's moving so fast, and literally because I stand and I am. Literally because I stand and I am. Wow. No matter what, she says. My favorite mantra, conditions are conditions, but I am. From joblessness, as I resigned my job as a nurse practitioner, to celebrity and author. My next big success is not only to publish it, but to be on the New York Times bestsellers list, which I know is already done too. Listen to the conviction. It's been effortless. I did not take any actions. I woke up one day and thought, I'm going to write a book about my experiences with this Fortune 500 company and being the wife of a whistleblower, and decided it was perfect now and have some interest from publishers. The film, well, I saw that pop up on social media, how they were looking for extras here in the area, and I thought, why not? And it all unfolded magically and beautifully. I can't even describe it. Others are reflecting my identity, calling me a celebrity Scarlet. How do we say Scarlet? Starlet. I said that yesterday too. Starlet. Lots of us. I'm just amazed and in awe. It's like the story in the Bible with Lilith. She's pointing to the story of Lilith, and she's particularly to a scene that we've covered that's in that show, The Chosen, the TV show, where Mary, who was Lilith, gets seen in the street, and she's talking to Nicodemus. We've done some videos on that. But her quote in that is, all that I know is I was one way, and now I'm someone else, or now I'm something else, right? You're one way, and now you're something else in that moment. She goes, I went to bed one way and woke up different the next day. It's a miracle, but I know I'm the miracle, and I'm the proof. So it can be no other way. Wow. Thank you for all your help and guidance and teachings. You changed my life with the specific person when we had our first session in 2023. That was our first session before her husband was her, before it was her husband, it was a specific person. And here I am, a star, famous and becoming well known by the world. My world, several sessions later. If I could offer one piece of support to anyone, here's her support, is just be delusional and have fun. Great. Only tell the story of who you are now, and remember, you already are all things. Did I have doubts? Sure. I didn't identify with them. I just chose again and selected again, knowing myself this time as source. And only I have the final say. I love that. I stood in that. And I'm still readjusting, and I have another success story coming with my husband in a court case. But it's already done. Again, thank you for everything. Love you. We love you too. Please share this, she says. So we did. And we are, twice. Now go forth. Go forth and create the life of your wildest dreams. Your I am story creates it all, your entire world. One mantra changed her life, and it can change yours. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Tom Kearin channel and studios at Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, be sure to check out the Be Something Wonderful channel, particularly that video. I decided I was famous, and the world agreed. Powerful video. And we'll check out the membership channel. We also have a specific person video on manifesting a specific person that's going to be released on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel, maybe today before the end of the day. So check that out as well. And we have a live event a week from today on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel, our 43rd live event. 42 others already exist on the channel, as well as all this exclusive content, dozens of other videos. With great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, it's Tom Kearin here on the Tom Kearin channel. Until next time, we'll see you soon.